Shalom, shalom, and welcome to another video from Just the Word Shorts. In this one, we are going to be looking at the 13 deadly sins, what we call 13 deadly sins, and self-righteousness and self-deceit in an assembly. Very important thing to get the understanding of, because these are things that are right before our eyes, but most of us cannot see. So please watch this video to get more understanding. All right? Galatians 5:19. We're looking today now. We finally finished the foundation. 13 deadly sins. And I think we looked at these the other day. But when I realized it, I said, this has to go out to everyone. So we looked at this in our morning teaching here. Galatians 5:19 to 21.
Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revilings, and such like, of which I tell you before, as I have told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Allah.
So we want to look at 13 of these from verses 20 to 21. And we're going to show step by step how these sins in order, step by step, destroys assemblies. Yes? Destroys assemblies, starting from idolatry. Now, before I go ahead with this, I have to say, the greatest problem in an assembly of believers is self-justification. I am right and you are wrong. The greatest problem, I am right, you are wrong. When we are right, we act as if we undermine others who we think might be wrong. And you ask, what about Yahuwah? Because we have lived our life of sin, of dirtiness, of being wrong so many times. And we look to the Most High, and when we're wrong, we turn to the Most High and we pray and we ask forgiveness and everything. And the Most High forgives us. But then, when someone we think transgresses against us, we turn and act as if it is the worst thing in the world, and that person is the worst person in the world. Yes? We look at them with disdain, forgetting about the Most High, forgetting how the Most High forgave us, our dirty selves. But now, when we are in an assembly with people and people transgress, we have to show that we are right, and we have to show that they are wrong. Yes, you'd show someone that they are wrong in order to correct them, in order to help them, but not to belittle them, nor to condemn them. Yes? And you ask yourself, what about Hamashiach? Because Hamashiach, when he reviled not again. His life was a life of suffering. So why, when we come together, we have to be hitting at each other? We cannot forgive one another. When he said we should forgive 70 times 7, we cannot even have a little mercy. When James said, he will show no mercy on those who don't have mercy. What is wrong with us? But this is the problem in assemblies. And this has been my experience. Everybody looking on people. Some even after they leave the assembly for years, they have up the person for something. Yes? So Yahuwah and Yahusha are forgotten. Why? Because self is not denied. I want you to understand what we're saying here. If you don't deny self, you are going to have to appease yourself. So when you come together with people and you see an opportunity to appease the flesh, to appease the self, you are going to do it at the expense of the other person, mercilessly against the other person and against the assembly. I've been gathered with people sometimes, and when I see them act, and I'm saying, these people don't care about the assembly. They don't care whether they bring the assembly to a halt. They don't care whether everybody in the assembly is depressed because of them. In fact, it makes them seem happy to be able to make everybody miserable. Why? Self is not denied. And these people normally are the Torah people. These are the people who look on what you do and say, that is not righteous. Hey, that is not righteousness. That is not righteous. Criticize what you do. Why? They want to score a point when you make an error. They want to score a point whenever you make an error. They feel good within themselves. Yes, I got him for something. Yes, I got her for something. That has nothing to do with the way. It has nothing to do with Yahuwah. And these are the people who we have to try to not get into your assembly. In the first place. In the first place. To not even be gathered with people like this. You have to know people. I'm speaking to anyone out there who might have an assembly or might want to be starting an assembly or want to be a part of an assembly. You cannot let these people take a foothold in the assembly, because when these persons take a foothold in the assembly, it is Satan that has taken a foothold in the assembly. Because in no time you're going to see these people change. They're going to be hypocritical and present themselves as being nice and ready and the true person and everything. And in no time you'll see the true colors push forward their head. Yes? I am right and you are wrong. Self-righteousness. Self-righteousness. 1 Corinthians 6, verse 7. So when you're assembled together with people, first things first, if you are not willing to take wrong when you are right, don't go and assemble with other people. If you are not willing to be disadvantaged, to be trampled upon, do not go and gather with people. If you still have pride and your pride will be hurt, do not go and gather with other people. And it has been my experience, and I have declared, I don't want any unrighteous people gathering with me. And when I say righteous, I am not perfect. I am not telling you I'm perfect or anything, but I'm striving for perfection. We want people who are striving for protection who will take correction. Yes? People who are striving for perfection, who are striving for the kingdom, and will do anything for the kingdom, even take embarrassment. Pride has no place in the Most High's kingdom. 1 Corinthians 6, verse 7, please.
Now therefore there is utterly a fault among you, because you go to the law one with another.
You go to law. Here we go again with this law. That is not righteous. Yeah? These people are always the Torah people who live in the Torah, looking for things to convict people. Just like when you take you're a lawyer and you go into the law book and you try to find, let me see what I can get on him. Or a policeman goes into the law book and say, hey, let me see what I can convict him on. That is how these people act. 1 Corinthians 6, verse 7.
Why do ye not rather take wrong? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded?
You see the perfection? You have to be willing to take wrong. You have to be willing to be defrauded. That is righteousness. Instead of going to the law and looking the law, oh, remember the law says this and that, and da 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 da. Do you think the Most High feels good when you go to the law and convict someone as much as when you allow yourself to be wronged even when you're right? And when we say this, we are not saying that that person will be wrong and you leave the wrong. We are saying, for the sake of peace, say, okay, all right. And then you find a way to speak to the person, to let them think, to get to their conscience, to let them know that, hey, probably what I said was not right. That's how you do it, in love.